Westchester, a borough of fun, family events, a borough filled with love and wonders. The history of this place is very important to all people that live here and has quite the community. The borough has advised us to create a film that depicts the truth of the borough. With that being said, sit back, relax, and get ready to learn a thing or two about our beautiful borough. The area we now call Westchester was first known as Turk's Head, which referred to a local inn of the same name. In 1777, the Battle of Brandywine was fought only a few miles away from this village. Westchester was officially incorporated as a borough in 1799. In 1832, the Westchester Railroad was completed, which of course was considered a major advancement of transportation. A trip to Philadelphia would only take 3 hours. Can you imagine that? Imagine going from horse and buggies to a train. It's incredible. And that's why it's important to remember history. We can be proud of how far we've come and feel hope for what comes next.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Hard like the Red Sea!
Get out of the way! Get the fuck!
I'm sorry. I set my alarm, but I had an iOS update and reset all my clocks.
Alan, fire up the AC and set out the sampler trays. We're running late.
Couple gallons of gasoline. Going for it all around.
Ellen! Where are you? Well, hurry up and get down here. If you don't waddle yourself on down here, I'm going to number 2 all over your face. What are we on time?
15 minutes.
Good. We made it. Let's dress to kill.
Try to sleep. I think it's a great idea. What about you? I mean, it gives the kids something to do. We get to show off our presentation skills. Not that they're bad or anything. But we could always do better. You can always be too raw, but you can never be too prepared. You know what I'm saying, Marcus?
I know what you're saying.
That's right, you do know what I'm saying. We've been riding the same wavelength since 4th grade. That's what makes us a great team, Marcus. Communication.
Communication.
Yeah. How do I look?
Great.
You don't think I went a little too far with the cologne?
Smell fine to me.
Okay, because I was talking to the guy at the front desk, and he was telling me it was a pretty good style, you know. Nice smell, nice flair, you know. Where'd you get the suit?
Men's Warehouse.
Huh.
I asked the guy at the front desk, point me to something that spells sexy, and he pointed to this.
You look like a dad.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, that's the new thing nowadays, looking like a dad.
I'll just settle for looking like one, thank you.
Before we start, I just wanted to run something by you real quick and get your opinion.
Okay.
So I was doing some investigating on YouTube last night for presentation skills, and I came across this video on Steve Jobs. Do you know who Steve Jobs is?
Yeah.
You know, Steve Jobs, he founded Apple,
I know.
Apple Computer.
I know.
He made the iPad.
I know who Steve Jobs is, Elia.
Well, anyway, the point of this is Steve Jobs, when he was at some of his conventions, he kept doing this thing with his hands. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was. But then after I did some research, I found out it was a psychological subconscious tactic that he would do that secretly gravitated the audience's attention towards him to make him look like he was decisive and right.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's called the peacemaker. Psychologists have written papers on it.
I believe it.
And I was thinking about using it today. You know, try it out. What do you think?
Sure, go for it.
I just wanted to lay out the game plan for you because I don't think you're ready for this. These people are going to be flocking to me like a horde. Not to say they're not going to go to your side, but once they see my peacemaker, you know, they're going to be thinking me like I'm a guy.
All right. Whatever works for you, Scooter.
Do I sense a little sarcasm in your voice?
No. Just messing with you. I know you got this. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, Marcus. I don't think you'll need any luck. The sexy jacket will do all the work, right?
I'm doing the thing I'm good at. What else is there in life?
Right. Oh, they're coming. One more thing. Steve Jobs, he also invented the iPhone.
I know.
Just making sure. Boop. Westchester historian, and they'll tell you that Sharple's separator works built this town. We would not be here without them. And in World War II, Westchester was the biggest producer of penicillin in the country. Yeah, that's right. We did stuff, okay? And fun fact, Thomas U. Walter, as you may know as the architect for the Capitol building, was not only commissioned to design the Chester County Bank, but also the Westchester Courthouse. How lit is that? I think that covers everything. Any questions? Oh, you.
Are there any famous people from Westchester?
That's a very good question, Linda. There were tons of people that grew up in Westchester that went on to live glorified, dignified lives. People like Bam Margera. Any other questions? You.
Why are you so lame?
I think that went pretty well. What about you?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The problem with kids these days is they don't care about history anymore. It's either YouTube or Minecraft or
Fortnite.
that. I don't know whether to blame the parents or the school system.
It's probably the school system. They'll let almost anybody in there as long as they have a degree. Whatever. Let's not think about that right now. We don't want to go into this meeting all cynical.
No, you're right.
Positive thoughts. Nothing else.
Cool. Dig it.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's do this. James Bond, baby. James Bond. Light of my life. You're the light of my life.
Oh, just listen to him now. How are you, Marcus?
I shouldn't complain.
Well, let's see if he's ready. Come with me.
Hey, there they are. How's it going, fellas?
Beautiful morning, Keith. What more can I say?
Absolutely. Elia, what's happening?
Everything's happening. That's what's happening. We just got back from the local high school. Very illuminating experience. Education about our town is so important. Don't you agree?
Yes, absolutely. Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to a few of my new friends here. This here is the new owner of the Farmers and Mechanics building, Leslie Nielsen.
Just call me Lazlo.
He's the new owner. What happened to Ted?
Oh, Ted had some personal issues involving his family, had to move back to Florida. But before he left, he recommended Lazlo here with full confidence.
I see. That's a bummer.
Nice to meet you, fellas.
And this is Kelsey Sellers. She's a director of property and expansion with Quick and Stop Markets.
It's nice to finally meet you. I've heard a lot of interesting stories about you both.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
What stories have you heard?
Oh, well, just, stories about how clearly passionate the two of you are about this town. It is truly inspiring, and I mean that.
We owe a lot of our work ethic to Larry. He's our mentor.
Oh, yeah?
He's a great man. He taught us everything we know about the importance of historical preservation.
He's from Boy Scouts. He was our Cub Scout leader.
Wow, that's really interesting. He sounds like a terrific person.
I guess we'll go on without him, even though this is usually his bread and butter.
Yes, it's a real shame. He'll definitely be in our thoughts. But please, let's sit down. Can I get you guys something to drink? Water? Club soda?
No, thank you.
I'd actually love a water. Thank you, Keith.
Ida! Ida! Oh, gosh, this old lady. Ida!
What do you want out of my life?
2 waters. Deer Park. Did you hear me?
One of these days I'm gonna bring a gun to work if you keep pushing me around.
She's an oldie, but yeah. So, Kelsey, I hear you have some good news to share.
Absolutely. So everyone at Quick and Stop is well aware of your passion and resilience for preserving the history of Westchester. We all find that extremely inspiring, and it's not every day that you see someone really stand for something. So as a show of good faith, we are prepared to fund a website dedicated to preserving the history of Westchester, and we want the two of you to be in charge of it.
What?
After some back and forth, we thought that $20,000 might be a suitable amount to get you guys off of your feet.
What?
How does that sound?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah.
So we're in agreement. This is a great idea.
Are you kidding? Yes! You have no idea. We've been working so hard for the longest time with barely anything given back. It's just been a constant uphill battle. So the fact that this is happening, thank you. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
And we get to choose the domain name.
Of course. Whole operation is yours.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Dig it! Yeah!
Yeah!
I'm glad you guys agree.
Oh man, Keith, this is gonna be so good for us. Just watch. We're gonna make the sexiest website of all time. Simple and sexy. That's what Steve Jobs said. When we're done with it, everyone is gonna be interested in this history of Westchester. Not just the senior citizens, everybody.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling good about this.
Even though our priority is maximizing Quick and Stop's reach, we also care a lot about the residents who visit our stores. Yes, we're a corporation, but we're also practical. We realize that our business is nothing without the people like you, and we want our newest addition to go as smoothly as possible.
Ah, see? There it is, Marcus. There's always a catch. So, you're gonna be putting a new Quick and Stop near the Farmers and Mechanics building, huh?
Well, here's the deal. As you know, for the past 30 years, the Farmers and Mechanics building has been used by small businesses and startups to be rented as office and workspace. And that was going great. Until about a decade ago. Businesses just stopped renting and the flow of money basically was reduced to a trickle. Now, Lazlo and Kelsey here have been talking over the past few months, and they have some really great changes, and frankly, I agree with them.
So again, you want to build a Quick and Stop next to the Farmers and Mechanics building? I mean, it's not really ideal. It kind of distracts naturally from the architectural beauty of the building.
And I've always thought there was an overabundance of Quick and Stops. Too close to each other.
Exactly.
I've never been criticized about that before.
No, guys, I don't think you get it. We're not building a Quick and Stop next to it. We're building at it.
Come on, man. Now you want to use the building as a mini-mall.
No, we wouldn't do that. That'd be pointless.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're tearing the whole thing down. Right?
What?
Yeah, we're tearing it down. It's not making any money. It's just sitting there for no reason. We might as well put the area to good use, you know?
What is this, some kind of joke?
No, we're tearing down the building. We brought you in here as a courtesy to tell you in person.
You can't do that. It's a historical building. It has history in it.
It's not registered as an official landmark, so we can do whatever we want with it.
Why are you doing this?
Because Quick and Stop brings in a lot of revenue for this town.
Oh, so that's what this is all about. Money. Because that's what makes people so dignified and noble. Money!
Calm down.
This is a joke.
Take it easy.
How exactly did you think this was going to go? That we were just gonna lay down and give up our principles?
I was expecting you guys to be practical. Nobody goes to that building anymore. Nobody cares.
There's history there, Keith. Important history. It's the first skyscraper in town. It's where the Boy Scouts of America was headquartered. It's where we went as Cub Scouts. The old bank vault is still in there. How are we supposed to preserve that history if you just tear it down?
Well, that's what the website is for.
How dare you?
Marcus.
I'm
How
just saying that.
dare you?
Marcus.
You know, while we're at it, why don't we just set fire to the Mona Lisa? Light the whole damn thing on fire and upload a JPEG to the internet.
I'm not
Call it a
trying
day.
to tell you how to do your job.
Lady, we're historians. We preserve history. Any moron can upload an image to the internet and call it history, but it takes a special kind of person, a craftsman, to talk to someone in person about history and to viscerally walk them through the footsteps of a life before them. You can't do that on a computer screen. You know what? I'm gonna show you a photo here. Let me show you a photo here. You know who this is? This is Eleanor Lynn. Every month, this beautiful lady would donate 5% of her Social Security check to our society. And every Sunday after Mass, she would visit us for a special reserved private tour. Now, why do you think that is? You think she was old and demented and we were taking advantage of her? No, you know why? Because she believed that some things deserve to last a long time. Money is temporary. Art is forever. History is forever.
Even the history that nobody cares about?
That's right. If we don't care about it, who will?
Come on, let's be real, Marcus. We've seen that museum. Old engine parts, milk containers, a used napkin from World War II? It's like an episode of Hoarders. It's disgusting.
Leave the society out of this.
Look, I'm just trying to make a point that you guys tend to be a little overprotective of certain things. And I get it with farmers. Like you said, you were Boy Scouts there. It's sentimental for you, nostalgic, but Marcus, you gotta let go of certain things.
Can't believe I'm hearing this.
Focus on more significant artifacts, like the Lincoln chair. Now that's what people want to learn about.
You don't get to tell historians what's worthless and what's significant, you disgusting corporate hack!
Lower your voice.
No, you listen here. The one person who should be sitting in this room is Larry, and we all know for a fact that he would not support this for 1 second. Did you even invite him?
Come on, man.
Did you?
How can I invite him in his condition? It's what happens in the room. You guys are adults.
Oh, please, he's not even that old. This is a setup, plain and simple.
What are you talking about, Marcus? He had a heart attack.
He what?
He had a heart attack. You didn't hear? Last night.
What? Is he all right?
What?
I don't know.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. You should check with his family.
What is going on here? Why did you invite us here knowing our mentor was in the hospital?
I'm sorry. Really, guys. I thought you knew. Honestly.
This is a nightmare.
One of these days, I'm gonna bring a gun to work. And you're first on the list, pal.
Let's all calm down, all right? This is getting out of hand. We're all feeling a lot of emotions right now. So let's just take a moment of silence and collect ourselves.
Call yourself a man?
What?
Do you call yourself a man? You accepted the responsibility of taking over a significant historical structure, and your first move is to give it all over to some random woman.
Now hold on. I'm very sorry to hear about your friend, and I really hope he's okay. But I'm not just some random incompetent person. I have a master's in business management from Villanova, and before that, I was a supervisor
Keith, I am not talking to this horrible woman anymore.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I can't. It's unreasonable. It's like trying to teach a dog English.
Whoa!
You can't talk to me like that!
You are way out of line, Marcus. That is very inappropriate.
She made her bed. All of you!
You should be nice to her. She has a lot of influence.
Oh. Now you're threatening us. We got Harvey Weinstein over here. Let me guess, I'll never work in this town again, right? You're gonna put me on a blacklist?
I'm just saying, you don't want to be on her bad side.
As opposed to what, her good side?
I'm just trying to help you, man.
Help me? I am vehemently refusing your help because you are the holy trinity of worthlessness. You're a company
Marcus?
man, a simp,
What?
and a schmuck!
All right, enough! This is how it goes. It's how you run a town. You're constantly picking your battles. And over time, you realize it's virtually impossible to make everyone happy. It's not a persecution, it's business.
You're a traitor.
Come on, man. Don't make
Judas!
Whatever. Look, I'm sorry, guys. This is non-negotiable. Now, of course, with this new website, you have the chance to take as many photos and videos of the places you want. But mark my words, we're tearing it down. And in 2 months, that's gonna be a brand new Quick and Stop. That's final. Whoa! You, easy? No? Easy. Easy there, buddy. You all right, Elia? You need a trash can?
You listen to me. You can take that money and give it back to the Indians because we are not going to be bribed. We are going to fight back. And anyone that wants to stand in our way has got another thing coming.
What he said.
Come on, Elia. We're not friends with these people anymore.
Look, guys, just take a couple days to cool off and really think about where I'm coming from. You're not seeing the big picture here.
I expect this from a lot of people, Keith. Never from you. I thought you were a good guy.
Guys!
You've been warned.
I'm keeping the chair.
That was incredibly disturbing. Keith, are these two going to be a problem?
No, they're Boy Scouts. They make a federal case out of everything. Just give them a few days. They'll come around. Eventually.
Someone burn that old house down to the ground. Someone burn that old house down to the ground. Someone burned it down to the ground.
Can I help you?
Where's Larry?
Are you a family
Where's
member?
Larry?
We're only accepting family members at this time. Come back tomorrow.
What are you doing in there, huh? You're buttering him up for the big sleep over my dead body. I smell medical malpractice!
Hey, Larry.
Hey, you can't be here. Hey!
Darling, it's okay.
We just found out about it.
Hey there, guys.
Why aren't you at the hospital?
Because the money I paid for that room could have paid off your student loans. But she's good to me. I like the goth vibe.
Well, at least you still have your sense of humor.
How you feeling, Skip?
Last night, after the meeting, I went home, went to bed. And when I woke up, it was like an elephant was sitting on me. The chest pain was horrendous. I could barely make it to the phone.
Well, you smoke those cigarettes like they were going out of style.
Well, we all get weak and old, regardless.
They're tearing it down, Skip. You were right. We should have never trusted Keith.
Yeah, I got wind of this through the building receptionist. I'll have to work with Paul and see if we can get this pushed back as far as possible. We have to fight for registered landmark status.
Good.
It's not already registered?
It's crazy. It's been there since 1908. The Scouts were headquartered there. In World War II, it was used as an outpost to watch for air raids. And now, everybody's treating it like the ugly girl at the dance.
Keith. The traitor.
Don't get lost in the sulk, Marcus. That's his nature. Animal instinct. And you can't blame an animal. The three of us, we're different. Some people take the lifeboats. We go down with the ship. That's who we are. No mistake about it. Take pride in that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm serious. You guys aren't perfect. Neither am I. But you're better than most of the men of your generation.
We owe it all to you, Larry. You're a great role model.
Well, that's nice. Listen, I'll be okay. You guys, head on back.
Are you sure? We want to make sure that Sea Witch is taking care of you.
I appreciate that, Elia. But if you want to help me, get back to the society and make sure that everything is under control. I'm appointing both of you as chief supervisors until further notice.
Of course, Skip. We won't let you down.
I know. Listen, Elia, do me a favor. Go upstairs and get a juice box for me. My mouth is dry.
Okay, I'm on it. Juice box! Juice box! Nurse, we need a juice box! Medical emergency! Medical emergency! Juice box! Juice box! Juice box!
Marcus. You know, they told me I was dead. Like clinically dead for over a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right before I drifted off, I had this vision. Not a dream, but a vision. It was the 1800s, and you guys were there with a medicine wagon. You know, like the old, step right up, step right up. It wasn't snake oil. Well, actually, it really didn't do anything. But you guys didn't know that. You truly believed in what you were selling. After I saw that, I had this warm feeling of assurance, like all my anxieties and worries had melted away. I knew that whatever happened to me, the two of you would be okay, as long as you had each other. I really thought that was my time. I was ready to go, but something held me back. What was it? I really don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to worry you. I just think about this kind of stuff.
Nurse! I need the juice box! Give it to me now!
Don't tell Elia. He's a Catholic, and I'll never hear the end of it.
Sure.
Listen, I'm gonna get some sleep. You mind closing the door on the way out?
You don't want the juice box?
Tell him to drink it. He looks emaciated. He needs the vitamin C.
Okay, well, take it easy, old man. We'll see you tomorrow.
You know, we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for that building. I wouldn't have met these two kids, Wonder Scouts who so badly wanted to defend something. Too weak to defend a town or a country, so I taught them how to defend history.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Keep your head up, kid. You'll make it out.
Nurse! Give me that juice box!
Elia! Come on, let's go.
Don't make me get the plunger! Give it to me! This is horrible. I feel so helpless.
It's been a day, that's for sure. There's not even one yet.
I'm so sorry, Marcus.
What do you mean? Why are you sorry?
I was the one who introduced you to Keith. It's my fault.
No, come on. He would have done this regardless.
Yeah, but at least we wouldn't have gotten this personal with it. I mean, he introduced us to his family, his wife, his kids. We went to his house. I mean, I thought he would understand us.
These things happen. Let's stop focusing on what could have been and focus on what we can do now. Hang out right here. Let's go check it out.
Ah, limestone.
Yeah.
Beautiful architecture.
Yeah, I couldn't remember for a second.
Okay, it smells nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on?
I know, it's terrible, it's horrible. We're not gonna let them take it though. We're not gonna let them take this building, Jennifer. We got this. It's gonna be okay. All right, ready? Break! Marcus, come on. Stop standing around.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. Remember when Larry used to have his lessons here? We would sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce, and he would give us taffy every time we got a question right.
That was everything to me.
Me too. It's funny how you look back on those little moments.
The world was a lot bigger back then.
As much as I hate to say it, Keith has a point. Are we really saving this building for history or nostalgia?
I don't see a difference.
Neither do I. But we should act like we do. We don't want to seem selfish.
Okay. Let's do this. First, we gather as much information about the building as possible. Then we compile it into a digestible format for Paul to use.
Okay.
And then, we're gonna make some noise.
Noise?
This war is going to be won on an educational level. We are going to guilt-trip the living heck out of Keith and his lackeys for even considering this atrocity.
Right.
Noise, Elia. It's all about the noise. When you get the chance, find everything you can about the Farmers and Mechanics building and drop it off at table 7 over there.
You got it. Where's Larry?
He had a heart attack.
He what?
I said it! He had a heart attack.
Is he okay?
A little weak, but he'll be fine. Just focus on your work.
Positive energy only, Alan. We don't need your negativity clouding our judgment.
Farmers and Mechanics Building of Westchester was designed by architect William C. Pritchett, with a style strongly influenced by neoclassical architecture. It was first opened in 1908 with the intention of housing the Farmers and Mechanics Trust Company, an independent bank that specialized in protecting the savings of hard-working blue-collar workers. The Boy Scouts of America is headquartered in the building. Aside from being at the genesis of the world's greatest youth organization, an organization that successfully took generations of boys and turned them into men, the building was used during World War II as a lookout post for air raids. Is there anything more to say about the significance of this building? We believe that tearing the building down would be an offensive contradiction to what made Westchester so great, and what made America the greatest country in the world. Alan? More. More. Alan!
Alan!
Alan! Alan! Now, this is called the secretary game. The objective is to get past the front desk and all of their excuses. Do not let them smell a lick of your hesitation. Do not let them smell your uncertainty. Whoever you're trying to get in contact with, do not let them delay you until tomorrow. You need to get them on the line, and you need to get them on the line now. And yes, I'm still here. Great. Let me tell you, it is a great scoop. It has everything you would ever want. Drama, political mismanagement, greed, betrayal. If it bleeds, it leads, and right now the stakes are at their highest. It would be a mistake to let this pass you up. Lady, you don't understand. If this goes through, it has a ripple that affects everyone. Not just us, everyone!
Well, please tell him this is Elia Harrison of the Westchester Historical Preservation Society. I was wondering how Mr. Wolf would feel about the township tearing down a significant historical landmark. Surely someone who cares about Pennsylvania as much as him will care about the history of Pennsylvania. Now, if he decides to show his support for our cause, we believe that it would go a long way in his re-election campaign. It would show that he not only cares about his residents, but the values and the history that built this country.
And we can make a charity event out of the opening. It could be good for morale, maybe a walkathon, and all the money would go to the foundation.
I love that. Lazlo?
Of course.
Very cool. 6 months, I'll file all the permits. We'll shut the whole street down. We might as well throw a parade in there just for the heck of it, right? Oh boy, the Eagle Scouts. Hey Marcus, what's up?
Yeah, hello, Keith? Yeah, listen, we thought long and hard about what you said, took some time to consider both sides, and we'd like to get together with you and tell you about our new outlook on things.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Marcus.
You said you could meet us in front of the town hall on Friday?
Well, that sounds great. Thank you, Marcus. I look forward to our talk. Thanks. Bye-bye. Well, they sounded a lot more relaxed. I told you they'd come around.
This man is a traitor! He is a reptilian communist living in an underground society plotting against the good people of Westchester. He is purposely trying to destroy a significant piece of history. Why is he doing this? Money, the age-old sin. This is why I do not consider Keith Walensky a human being anymore. He is a reptile, plain and simple. Is that what you want? Do you want a snake to be making all of your decisions for you? Or do you want to activate your God-given American right and fight back?
Guys, what are you doing?
There he is, the reptilian overlord! What do you have to say for yourself, skinwalker?
I thought you said you wanted to talk.
This is how Americans talk, Keith, through megaphones with picket signs and salt in our hearts.
I'm talking about some common decency. I work here, and you're making me out to be something I'm not.
What are you going to do, Keith? You're going to call the police? Stop us from expressing our First Amendment rights?
No, I'm just asking you to do it somewhere else.
What are you going to do, Keith? Are you going to call the cops?
No, I'm
You're
not
going
interested.
to call the SWAT team, everyone! Keith Walensky doesn't support First Amendment rights!
All right, you know what? Screw this. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
No. You know what? He has a point. He may be a disgusting reptile, but he has a point. We should not be protesting in front of this depressing, dreary building. We should be in front of the building we are trying to save. Come on, everyone. Let's march down to Farmers, occupy Quick and Stop, and save local history. Let's go!
The building behind me may seem fairly regular and ordinary, but for 2 Westchester residents, it's more than a building. It's a piece of history that must be preserved. Action News has the story.
We are talking about you, Keith. We are talking about you because you are doing an objectively evil thing. We are mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore.
It's a very slow news day. Back to you, Todd.
What is wrong with you people? Have they forgotten their debt to history? So focused on the future that they forget about the past? That the past is what made this town the way it is? Poppycock! It's just when people don't listen to us, I fight back. I get emotional and tell people what I'm really thinking. God forbid.
We should just wait for Larry to contact Paul. We shouldn't worry about it. Paul's a good lawyer. He knows what he's doing.
No, man. I wanted to do this for him. Wanted him to see that we can take the initiative. That we didn't need to rely on him to keep things afloat. I want him to be proud of us.
What makes you think he's not proud of us?
Come on, Elia. Look at us. We're children. We pretend to be old souls, but in reality, we're just incapable of living normally.
We can't let our emotions get the better of us, Marcus. That's what they want. They want us to look crazy so they have a good reason to ignore us. They just want the satisfaction, and we can't give it to them.
Maybe. I just want someone, anyone, to let us know that we're not the only ones that care about this place.
So, I'm looking for 2 young men trying to save this building.
Marcus, wake up! Mr. Wolf!
You guys have created quite a storm. You called a lot of people.
We had to take the initiative.
Well, I'm glad to see people still use the telephone. So this is what the fuss is all about.
Yes, sir.
It's certainly something.
Yes, sir.
So do you like it, or do you love it?
Love it!
And if this building was registered as a historical landmark, it'd make you guys happy?
Yes, sir.
So little birdie told me you guys were Boy Scouts.
Yes, sir. All the way through high school.
Well, it's nice to meet some men who can be loyal to a cause. So, before I leave, is it alright if I get a picture with you fellas?
Are you kidding?
Yes!
All right, everybody, get together. And that's good. All right, about to take the photo. Okay, 3, 2, 1, we blow.
We blow.
We blow.
And we're good.
Well, fellas, it's a pleasure to meet you. I gotta get back now, okay? You take good care of her, alright?
Man, what a nice guy.
Open it.
Oh, right. This letter is hereby an official record of the executive order made by the governor of Pennsylvania, James Wolfe. The order states that as of August 22nd, 2024, the Farmers and Mechanics Building of Westchester, PA is now officially registered as a historical landmark. We did it! Yeah! We did it! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah, Marcus!
What? We can still tear it down.
What?
Yeah, this doesn't mean anything. We still have the right to tear it down.
No, you can't do that. That's the governor. You have to do what he says.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Does the governor know about the asbestos?
What asbestos?
Yeah, the roof of the top floor has asbestos. It's a health code violation, so we can tear it down.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
No, that's not true.
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can. Look, you see this paragraph right here? The one that says barring any circumstances that would pose a health and safety risk to the community? That is what we're talking about.
You can just clean the asbestos up.
Marcus, you're not listening to me. The building is covered in 100-year-old lead-based paint. There's mold growing inside the bathroom ceilings. The basic framework of the building has been deteriorating since the 70s. Now, why would we spend hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars to clean up all of these EPA health and infrastructure violations on a building that nobody goes to anymore? It's easier and cheaper to just tear it down.
But he was a Boy Scout.
Who?
Governor Wolfe.
So what?
Where's his number? I'm gonna call this son of a bitch. Everyone's breaking my freaking balls this week. This better be a joke, you hear me? This better be a joke! What do you mean, what's the problem? He's saying they can still tear the building down just because it has a little asbestos. You're the governor, James. You can do whatever you want. I need you to come down here, show some passion for our cause, and stop this from happening. I don't care about external circumstances. I want you to honor your commitment. You said you would help us protect the building, so get your ass down to here and help us. Do you hear me? They're closing in on all sides. We need reinforcements. James!
Marcus.
What?
It's Larry.
I explained to him that there was nothing we could do. Even with an official landmark registration, they would still tear it down due to the high maintenance costs. He wasn't angry or yelling. He was silent. I told him I'd be there for him if he needed anything else. Then he went to sleep. 2 hours later, he was gone. The doctor said it was a heart attack.
He died of a broken heart.
Oh, come on now.
How else are we supposed to look at it, Paul? He died right after they told us they could still tear the building down.
I saw him, he looked fine. He didn't look worried or depressed at all.
What was the last thing he said to you?
Nothing significant. Said he was tired and that he'd call his ex-wife tomorrow.
Why is Wolf giving me the cold shoulder? He's not returning any of my calls. He can help us. Or at least buy us some time.
Honestly, he probably never cared about the building in the first place.
So why did he show up and take a picture with us then?
Most likely a PR move. Something to make him look good. You know, helping the locals, man of the people stuff. He has an election coming up. Friends with journalists. Don't be surprised when you see an article that reads like he's Jesus.
Can't believe this. Was he even a Boy Scout?
So what now? The landmark registration is useless.
Well, let's be clear about this. The registration is a good thing. It gives the building credibility when its value is questioned. The problem is, without a safe environment, they can do whatever they want with it. And it's not bad publicity if the township tears down an unsafe building.
Right.
Look, gentlemen, the only way you could save this place is if you had enough money to finance the restoration, which could cost up to $5 million. Only then you'd have a chance.
Right.
Now, the life insurance policy is a good start, but it's a long way to the top.
Life insurance policy?
Yeah. You guys didn't know? He listed you two as beneficiaries.
That life insurance policy is a great start. I mean, he would want us to use it. He would want us to make something good out of his death. Turn something bad into something good.
People changing, I know I'm a little sentimental.
Just devoid of all joy and passion.
He wouldn't want us to sit down and just pity ourselves. He would want us to get up and do something about it.
Seeing seasons change, it's not the same, it's not the same.
You were right. Nostalgia is the only reason why we've been trying to save this building. It's selfish, narcissistic. I don't know, maybe we're bad people.
Come on, Marcus.
It's futile. Then $50,000 is just a drop in the bucket.
It's an investment.
Let's stop the games and call it what it really is. It's a gamble. And I don't know if I can forgive myself with gambling that much money and losing.
He didn't care about the money, Marcus. You know him. He wasn't materialistic. He only cared about it if it benefited the society.
Let's do the safe and honorable thing and just donate it to the society.
We can't just give the building up.
I know I am.
Marcus!
I'm sorry. I'm just so sick of feeling worthless. I put these huge expectations on my shoulders and I carry them around like it doesn't hurt, but it does. I feel like I want to preserve everything. Not just history, but my integrity, my childhood, my youth, my...
It slowly dies.
Maybe we can't preserve everything. Maybe some things just fade away. maybe this building dies with us.
Let's make it possible. It's possible.
It's this generation, Marcus. They weren't raised up to respect history like we were. They just see it as a class to graduate. We were lucky. We had Larry.
Yeah, we had Larry.
What are you doing?
I need to be by myself. I'm going for a walk.
How am I gonna take you home? Where are you going?
The artillery.
You don't drink.
I do now.
Marcus!
My mentor died today.
What?
I said my mentor died today. He wasn't my mentor, he was more of a surrogate father. He raised my friend and I like we were brothers. He knew I had this anxiety and dread about the fragility of life, and he gave me purpose.
Huh.
It all started 10 years ago. My mother had died by then. In the basement, I found these old VHS and Betamax tapes. Home movies with her mother and her father and her brothers. They had all died by then. I'm watching and they were in bad enough condition already. I figured within a decade they'd be unwatchable. Analog. Sheesh. Even though I had no personal interest in the tapes, even though I never met any of the people in the tapes, I couldn't handle the idea of those memories just dying with her. Because if that's what happens, what's the point of making memories in the first place? What is a human without the memories that we make? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So for 4 days straight, I stayed up and transferred all 268 tapes to digital. Yeah. For the first 2 nights, I was tired, really tired. But on the third night, the fatigue went away and I just started hallucinating. Big time. I felt her whole bloodline standing on the carpet behind me. They were communicating through the TV. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. My reason for being, my job, is to remember what everyone else forgets. I relieve them of the burden of remembering and persevering everything that's sacred. I am the martyr for your conscience. Do you understand?
Hey, ma'am.
No.
It's your last drink. Get yourself a ride home.
What?
You heard me.
You're cutting me off.
That's right.
This is my first drink.
And it's your last. You're a lightweight. You're disturbing everyone else.
That's a good thing, barkeep. They all should be disturbed. They have no concern or conviction. They sit here and talk about the ball game like the world isn't ending. I lost. I have a real reason to be here. What's their excuse?
All right, that's it. You're done.
Tell me what their excuse is, other than they're a bunch of drunks.
I know. Come on, buddy.
Get your hands off me. Let's go. Get off of me.
Come on. Get up.
There you are. Jesus, what the hell happened to your eye?
Why do you care?
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what that's supposed to mean. By the way, Larry died today. I know you didn't think much of him, but he actually encouraged me, made me feel good. Whereas you just sit in your chair and judge me all the time because I didn't have a real job.
Oh, so now this is my fault.
It was real to me.
Your job relies on donations.
It actually gave me purpose. And now I can't even do that because it's worthless. Congratulations. You win. I'll probably get a job as a greeter somewhere in front of some Walmart and work my way up to corporate schmuck. Does that make you happy? Huh? You stay away from me, do you understand? Don't ever talk to me. I never want to see you again.
Are you okay? Can you hear me?
Mona Lisa's on fire. I need to piss on it.
What?
Gotta piss. Gotta piss. God. I pissed my pants.
Marcus, do you know where you are? Marcus, do you know where you are?
What's happening? How'd you get into my home?
Helen let me in. She wanted me to make sure that you're all right. Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. I think I have a concussion. Why are you here?
I have something to show you. Change your pants and come with me.
Oh, come on, Elia. My head's killing me. And I'm thirsty.
Take a seat, pal. What's mine is yours, you know. Sorry about the mess. It's been a while since I last cleaned. How's that water? Good water, right? Best water in town. See? Told you you'd like it. Come on. Have a seat. Marcus, come on. Whoa, you don't have to be so violent about it. See? This is what you get for drinking. Now, I was doing some research on the World Wide Web about ways that we can raise money and save the Farmers and Mechanics Bill, and I came up with 3 ideas. 1, we invest all of the life insurance policy money into the Powerball. Now, if we do this, and my calculations are correct, which I think they are, we have a 0.0000005% of winning, which is actually a lot better than the typical 0.0000001% of winning. Now, option 2 is a little bit more risky. We rob a bank, okay? And if we do this, I'm not talking about Mickey Mouse stuff. I'm talking about the real deal here. I'm talking about we get alarm codes, we do reconnaissance on the security guards, we get the money transfer schedules, like the whole shebang.
You're joking, right?
I wish there was some other way. I don't want to do this, Marcus. I'm not a criminal. I mean, if this is something we're really passionate about, though, we have to consider it as one of our options.
We are not robbing a bank.
Okay, good.
And the Powerball is not a good bet at all.
Which leads me to my 3rd idea. We find someone with a lot of money, and we make them give it to us.
Easier said than done.
Sure. But the great thing about living in the age of anxiety is we have unparalleled access to so many lives.
Age of anxiety?
See, I was doing some more research on the World Wide Web, and I found this guy who invested in Bitcoin really early on, and now he's a millionaire. He has so much money. And the best part, he's right in Delco. He's right nearby.
This is pointless. No one's just gonna give us $1 million.
That's what I thought. But listen to this. I soon realized that money doesn't liberate your life. It exposes your worst tendencies and turns everyone around you, your friends and your family, into panhandlers. You are no longer a human being with that amount of money. You're an exotic animal that everyone wants as a pet, a sports car that everyone wants to drive, a drug that everyone wants to try. I can't remember the last time someone asked me how I've been, how I'm feeling, or if I'm okay. I've given up on that. That's the trade-off with extreme wealth, and I'm not expecting sympathy. There are people who have it worse than me, and it's gluttonous to complain about having too much money. I just want to be known that I've never felt more alone in my entire life. This is great!
What?
You know, because he's depressed.
I know. That sounds horrible.
No, we don't want a happy, content millionaire. We want a miserable, morose millionaire on the brink of suicide.
We do?
Yes, Marcus. What do people want most in life? More than money and love. They want a purpose. This man is having an existential crisis, and we can use that. And with our great motivational skills, we can get him pumped up about history and preservation, and not what it just means to us, but to Westchester.
Still sounds like a long shot.
Marcus, listen to me. You can't have a rainbow until you have the rain. Do you know who said that?
Jim Croce?
No. Steve Jobs said that.
No, I'm pretty sure
Steve Jobs! Do you know who Steve Jobs is?
Yes.
The man was ousted from his own company. A blow that would knock any man off his feet. Now, did he go home and crawl up into a ball and die of alcohol poisoning? No. No, what he did was he got right back on his feet, back into the game, and invented the iPad all by himself. He didn't do it for the money or the fame. He did it because he wasn't good at anything else. I do it because I still love what I do, and I hope you do too, Marcus. This is what makes great men, Marcus. Trials and adversity. It's gonna suck right now, but we're gonna look back at this moment and thank God for it. We have the scar tissue to prove it. And you wanna make Larry proud as much as I do. And this is how we're gonna do it.
I'm gonna need concealer.
I've got some concealer.
And some caffeine.
Oh, I have some caffeine.
Whoa.
Secret to my success. Whoa. Marcus, are you okay? I'm gonna go wait in the car.
This is my cake. This is where I keep all of the creations of mine in the pastry format. Look how tall. Look at how big. I have never seen so many cakes in one place in my entire life. And you never will again. I'm hungry! Okay, why don't we move on, because I see the cakes are upsetting at the bigger one. Yes, they are. Tutti va bene. I hope you learn to love this place the way I love this place. I think I feel it.
Ecco la mia...
Hold the door. Hold the door. Hi, my name is Elia, and this is my friend Marcus. We were exchanging emails over the World Wide Web, and I was wondering if you had some time to sit down and talk about something over a cup of coffee.
It's better to cut everything that comes into my kitchen. Oh, not to you, of course. Of course, that would be silly, but just like a papa used to say, Carl, you need to have the cutting edge.
Do you think Oswald acted alone?
My wife is leaving me. She served me the papers yesterday. All those years, all those memories, it's like it didn't even mean anything. If I had one piece of advice, get a prenup. Women are opportunistic and greedy. I thought she was different.
And I guess that's all I'm good for. A quick buck. Ring me up. Just ring me up for a quick buck.
That's not true, Zelmo. You have so many unseen qualities. They're just begging to be seen by the world.
Oh, give me a break. What's the difference between you and everyone else? That's why you're here, right? Money. You want me to invest in some business plan, right?
We're not interested in making any money.
Yeah, sure. You're just here for my award-winning personality.
We just don't care about it. We weren't raised to worship money. We're interested in getting your help to save an important part of Westchester's history.
What history?
It's the Farmers and Mechanics building. They're planning on tearing it down and we want to stop it.
Never heard of it before.
Well, some of the most interesting things are underrated.
I had to cut my best friend of 30 years off because he wouldn't stop with the business opportunities and inventions. This doesn't sound any different.
Let me make this clear. We are not trying to make any money off of this. This is a passion project for the two of us, the three of us. Our mentor, a great man, would have wanted us to save this building. We are just trying to honor his legacy.
Look, guys, I'm sorry, but I just don't care about it. I'm not even from Westchester. I'm from Delco.
That's fair. But let me ask you this. Don't you think some things should last a long time?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's where we're coming from. The borough wants to tear down this building and put a quicken stop there. Now, imagine your childhood home was torn down and replaced with a shopping mall. It's a horrible feeling. Now, you don't have to have a personal connection to this building to actually care, but it's about the principles that are behind it, and it's a sacred place, and the borough, they just don't care.
And that's the problem with this country. Nothing sentimental.
Exactly. And when I read that interview in the article the other night, I knew that we were kindred spirits. You see, you and us, we aren't excited by the money. In reality, we cherish the moments that make us feel inspired and excited. It's about what makes us happy and meaningful and worthwhile.
I wasn't always like this. I was once full of hope and optimism.
And you can get back to that. All it takes is one decision to make a chain reaction.
The thing is, I don't know if this is the best time for me to be donating large sums of money. My wife is planning on taking half my assets. I should probably allocate my time and energy into finding a good lawyer.
Well, think of it this way. Your wife can't take money you've already spent.
What do you mean?
This donation doesn't have to be solely for our benefit. It can be a message. A message that says, I'm not made of money. I'm made of heart. Because you're not a piggy bank, Zelmo. You're a human being with passion.
Bitcoin. Stupid.
Looks like it hasn't done you any favors.
How much do you need?
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Are you sure about this?
Think I'm gonna take a vacation. Get an old van, travel the country like an old beatnik. Ever since I got that money, my life has been cursed. I'm never going to let money control my life ever again.
You guys are absolutely nuts, you know that? Who's the poor schmuck you pitched this to?
Besides being great historians, we're also amazing inspirational speakers.
I don't believe this. You two are the only people in the entire world who will go to such lengths to save a building that nobody cares about.
Is the building safe?
And this is an unbelievable
Is
amount of
the
money.
building safe?
Yeah, sure. Congratulations.
All the money in the world, baby.
Whoa!
Oh, that hurt. Oh.
Well, was it worth it?
As opposed to a website? Absolutely. History stands because of our efforts.
Whatever. I'll call Kelsey and we'll find a different location. Lazlo isn't going to go for this. He'll want out.
I don't give a damn about Lazlo.
He'll want a hefty price for the real property rights. I'm assuming you'll use a portion of this money to buy your way in?
What do you... I don't understand. What do you mean, buy in?
Do you want to be the new owners of the Farmers and Mechanics building, yes or no?
You'd let us buy it?
Yeah, assuming the check clears and you guys didn't get swindled again.
And we'd have full autonomy.
As long as you're not running a brothel, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. I just want you off my case. Unless you're getting cold feet and I can offer it to Bernath Real Estate.
You give that building to anyone else, I'm waging World War III.
You can have it, don't worry. I just want to point out that the only reason I'm agreeing to this is because I legitimately feel bad over Larry's passing. He was a stubborn bastard, but he loved this borough.
He was a legend. There's not a lot of people you could say that about.
If you say so.
Well, listen, Keith. Me and Marcus have been talking, and it's been a rough couple of weeks between the three of us, you know, and we used to be pals, we used to be buddies, and we wanted to go back to that. So, to ease the transition from enemies to allies, we have a peace offering.
But before we do that, we want to remind you that what you tried to do was objectively wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, of course. Horrible. It's absolutely reprehensible. I don't even know how you live with yourself, honestly.
Bad.
With that being said, it's okay, buddy. We want to turn the page to the next chapter, and that's why we brought you a peace offering. And we hope that you use it, and you use it in good health.
What is it?
It's a razor, top of the line.
It's Rick Harrison, Pawn Stars.
Yeah, all right. Thanks. Well, we'll contact you soon with the proper paperwork and start the renovations probably next month. So, congratulations, you won. Now, please, leave me alone.
Why so salty, Keith? Something great just happened and you're so miserable.
You two are easily the most annoying people I've ever met. I knew you two were eccentric when I met you. I've heard all the stories, but this is unreal. It's not healthy, and I've been having migraines. Look, I just need some time away from you guys to gather my sanity. Please.
Very well, Keith. I'm glad that we came to an agreement. Marcus, it's time. Until the next time.
Ugh. Brutal. Just brutal.
Whoa! We did it!
It's all thanks to you, buddy. I really hit rock bottom there for a minute, but you were there to pick me back up.
We're partners. I would just hope you do the same thing for me. Rita! You were looking at the new owners of the Farmers and Mechanics building of Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? That's really cool. What are you going to do with it?
Turn into a museum, make it the second headquarters for the society.
All we know is that we are not renting it out to businesses anymore. This is a place of integrity.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought you guys would be upset about the recent news.
What news?
Oh, I thought he told you.
What news, Rita?
I'm not supposed to say. It's confidential.
Oh, come on, Rita. We're not enemies here. You could tell us.
Well, Keith was meeting with Cal Johnson, the owner of Fun Times. They were talking and they were planning to tear down that old post office on Gay Street and replacing it with the Fun Center.
You mean the historic post office? The one down on Walnut Street?
Yeah?
Bastard!
Maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Bastard!
Information gets lost in translation. It could easily be something that it's not.
Atomic bastard!
It just doesn't make sense. Why is he going around tearing down historically significant buildings? I mean, what's his problem?
He's a bastard!
I paid $20 for that razor. That's a lot of money, Marcus.
What? What is it? What's the problem, guys? What?
Oh, do you want to hear something interesting?
What?
Okay, so you know how Steve Jobs used to do the peacemaker? You know, this? Okay, so I found out if he needed to think about something, he would put his hands together like this, take a deep breath, and go right into the Peacemaker.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it so cool? It's like a communication 1-2 punch. When I heard about it, I was like, no wonder this guy invented the iPod. Oh, by the way, he invented the iPod.
Oh, no.
It's called the Mediator. You see, I'm convinced that the only reason we were able to save farmers is because of these gestures. I mean, you helped out too, but it was really because of my physicality, and that's everything. And let's be honest, you're not really built for it.
How was everything for you today?
Good.
Could I get you guys anything else?
I would love some garlic knots. And a kid's pasta for the lad.
Wow, what was that you just did? That was kind of cool.
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's called the Peacemaker. Well, it's the Mediator and the Peacemaker combined.
That is so cool. Hey, Tony, get over here. Look at what this guy can do.
What's up?
Okay. That's... Oh.
Wow. So, where did you get that from?
Do you know who Steve Jobs is?
All right, I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, so this is called the Peacemaker. Yeah, he uses this at his rallies to really encapsulate the audiences.
Out, out,
Yo,
out,
watch your
out,
tongue, man.
out.
Watch your mouth, bro. You tripping.
People changing, I know I'm a little sentimental, hanging on to what we were. Seeing seasons change, it's not the same, it's not the same. Is it impossible? The impossible. Let's make it possible. The impossible. Is it impossible? The impossible. Let's make it possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's
Better be a joke, Harry. It's better be a joke!
Limestone.
Limestone.
Marcus.
Focus is brilliant.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're going to call the police? Stop us from expressing our First Amendment rights!
God damn, I didn't know you were getting that close.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
A little bit more. No, but we'll all go. Okay. Okay, hold the spoon.
All right.
Get that away from me.
Hold it.
All right.
Hold the spoon.
All right.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, action. That's not bad.
Just a little nugget of